After almost 8 years in the TCG for the Masters division, Alex Schemanske finally breaks his second place losing streak with a win at the European International Championship with a very peculiar Arceus Duraludon deck. Let's talk about that. What's up, everyone? Kenny from Team Moistar here, and today I'm going to be going over Alex Schemanske's first place list from Euic. Now, Euic just concluded this morning, and there was a lot of people trying to figure out what exactly was Schemanske's list or what was going to end up happening. Of course, Alex ended up beating Tord in the finals, which Tord is just an IC Slayer. Just a dominant force in the Pokemon TCG. And this deck almost seemed like it was designed to beat the meta almost in its own right. I mean, Duraludon Vmax in its entirety pretty much auto wins 2 straight matchups, being Lugia and Mew. Mew, of course, is a little more difficult because they can max Miracle, but they have to get down 2 Mews, and if they do that, they're losing to a Drapion, which Alex ended up playing 2 of in his list. So there's also the 1-1 Alolan Vulpix, which is what you use against Gardevoir. I've seen a lot of Gardevoir lists start sneaking in a 1 memory skip so that you're able to get around that a little easier. But if you don't have the outs to Alolan Vulpix can just kind of be an auto-win button for a couple decks. But the combination of Arceus Duraludon has always just been around, and it's just been a very, very strong combination. And the fact that Alex was able to essentially bring this, along with his testing group, of course, to EUIC and perform very, very well, because I believe the other people that ended up playing it got like top 32 or top 128 or a couple other placements. So shout out to Alex for this list that ended up just, you know, blowing away the competition. The support account, just 4 research, 3 chorus, 3 judge, 3 boss, just a lot of consistency supporter cards so you can draw to what you need to whenever you need it. And another inclusion that a lot of people were questioning was the 4 Lost City. So I believe this is just because if you put down multiple Lost Cities, pretty much kills Lost Box. Because you're just going to eventually lost zone too many other pieces, and they can't really attack. You could also lost zone pivotal pieces that might hurt you in the end. Like Galarian Zapdos could end up, Galarian Zapdos V could end up hurting you early on if you overcommit Pokemon, or if people have a way to accelerate that pretty quickly. So if you're able to knock out stuff like that, you're in the clear. And then the energy seemed a little thin, but it was fine because it was 4 double turbo, 4 metal, 3 fighting, 2 water. So let's get into a game and see exactly how this deck flows. So we actually have a really, really good opening hand. I could tell from the sleeves it was probably some from a Giratina. It looks like it's Arceus Giratina, because typically the Lost Box variant doesn't play Beat Barrel, if not at all. I know the Giratina matchup is a little weird. You have Gardevoir to get around the 280, so that is something to consider. It looks like they pitched a Giratina V-Star and a Palpad already off the bat. Typically, they play a 2-2 Giratina, so pitching... Ooh, they didn't even get an attachment. Well, I'm sitting on an attachment, actually. So... yeah, we can bench Duraludon. I think it's fine. And then Chorus gets us pieces. I would say... well, we have more fighting, but we guarantee this. The Ultra Ball guarantees us Arceus for next turn in the Choice Belt. Does that fix math? I don't think Choice Belt actually fixes math. I think we just want to chase next turn. So that works out. And then we're just going to Trinity Charge here, which will allow us to accelerate energies onto our Duraludon. Yeah, oh, wrong card. Yeah, so we're just going to accelerate the fighting in the 2 metals. So this could... what this will do is it'll hurt the Arceus, not allowing them to attack into us. And what this will allow us to do is if they don't evolve these pieces, then we're just going to go boss up one of their Vs, Ultra Ball for the Duraludon VMAX, and just one-shot them. Before they even get set up. Because we do actually have the pieces, we can just grab anything we want. Obviously, there's Giratina V-Star. Do they have Arceus V-Star? There is an Ultra Ball, so we can get them Beat Barrel if they want. Oh. Yeah, so they're going to grab that. So, this will get them, like, Research plus Energy. They're not going to be able to attack, though, which might give us the turn to boss up the Arceus and hit it. We have Sharon in the deck, so we could hit them with our Arceus, and then pick up the Arceus, and then slam down the Duraludon. The biggest issue with that, though, is then the Giratina can come up. So I think what we do is I think we bring up the Giratina. Because they're gonna have to burn a switch card to get this Bidoof out of here. So like, depending on how many switching cards they play, we can just like boss up the Giratina, hit it for X amount of damage, knock it out coming in the next turn because we have access to Starbirth. So there's Barrel. Do they have research on top of it? Nope. What did they grab? Why didn't they just grab a card to play like an energy? Were they debating Judge? Did they grab Judge? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't grab Judge. Like, I literally grabbed 3 great cards off of Chorus. Choice Belt, okay. That's not going to do anything math-wise. Psychic Energy, okay, so they are committing to the Arceus. Yeah. I was like, there's no reason they shouldn't grab Judge. If we find Arceus V-Star, we set up. Okay, that's not Arceus V-Star, so we don't have access to Boss anymore, but we do have Escape Rope. Which, depending on what we actually draw, we could actually Rope and Judge. Oh, well, now they're just going to throw up the Bidoof. That doesn't do anything. Ultra Ball. Ah, crap. So yeah, we're just going to have to Rope here. Yeah, they bring out the Bidoof. That's not too good on our part, so we're just going to have to Judge. Judge won't hurt them in any way because of the barrel. Oh, yikes. That does nothing for us. We're going to grab Radiant Gardevoir to decrease the damage, though. And then we're just going to have to Breaking Swipe. Take the knockout on the Bidoof and decrease the damage. So now we're minus 50 for this upcoming turn. Vulpix. Man, that Judge really hurt. Because that literally turned off our entire play. So now we're going to be a turn behind on the Giratina. They already Starbird, so if they actually missed the double turbo, they can't do anything. Missing Duraludon Vmax suck, because they're going to get damage on this Duraludon V. Well, they play Path anyways, I forgot about that. So we can't even get our Starbirth right now. Avery. Okay. No, due to emus, they can't attack. Oh, they can't attack. They whiffed. Okay. So this could give us a minute. I think we research here. That does get rid of all of our Chorus stuff, so I think we just Chorus. Lost City Boss Ultra Ball. All day. Because then what we can do is we can Ultra Ball, get rid of Drapion and Vulpix. It'll grab us. I think we grab. Do we really need to grab Arceus right now? Because we have Lost City. Arceus would grab us Drapion plus what? Or Duraludon. Could grab us. I think that's correct. Because we just go Lost City, Arceus, Starbirth. So then this will stop any future damage. So if we had any Arceus Duraludon Vmax in the deck. So then we go switch water. I'm so good at the game. Identifying no Duraludon in the deck. So we're just going to attach a water, switch up the Arceus, and hit it for damage. Not attach. So we gotta rip a Duraludon out of the prize cards. We have Boss to bring back up the Arceus, so that could be good. They're gonna attach the DTE now. Yeah, and they're just gonna Trinity Nova. They don't care. So I'm gonna take the knockout here with that, and then they can Lost Impact. The problem is if they boss up the Duraludon, then this could be a problem. Yeah. Oh, we could Sharon's and reset the damage, but we don't... If we do that, then that's just kind of a conceding play, saying the Duraludon will get knocked out, because that's minus 60, but if they play Path, then it just... Or minus 50, actually. So we just gotta do this. You just take the knockout and then hope they don't boss up the Duraludon, because if they take out the Duraludon, then we ain't doing anything. And we just kind of peace out. Okay, there's a Duraludon. So... Oh, they promote Arceus. I didn't even promote the Giratina. This... Oh, do they have Raihan? Oh, they go double Arceus. Double Turbo. Okay, so they are taking the knockout here. That's fine. This will give us a turn if they don't find... Well, they can't... Well, yeah, they need to find boss. Of course, so that's not boss. So this gives us a turn to go boss up Giratina. If you don't have a way around this, I'm just going to knock you out. And then we could find another boss to boss up the Barrel. So... What we need to start doing here is establishing another Arceus, which we have 2 in the Lost Zone. It's 2 in the Lost Zone, yeah, we're fine. So this Arceus is going to go away. So we have 1 Arceus in the entire deck left. The rest of our attackers are gone, so yeah. We just promote, because they don't have enough in the Lost Zone, I think, to take the knockout. No, there's 4. Yeah, so we just go Duraludon, boss up Giratina, make that a lot harder for them. Then we go Ultra Ball, get rid of Sharon's, get rid of... Could get rid of Lost City, but then that, when the Path comes into play, it gets a little more problematic. But I guess, do we really need to rely on Path anymore? Probably not. Vex to Raihan, 1 more Lost City hiding somewhere, so that's fine. So then Arceus gets dropped. Touch of Water. And then we go Pulverization. 220. And now they have to force a switch. Really confused on why they didn't accelerate energies onto the Arceus V-Star last turn. But it's whatever. So now they gotta find a switch. Because, I mean, they have a lot of outs, I think. There's no way they don't have a ton of outs, switches. Even if they switch, like, they just lost, like, one of their big attackers in order to take the knockout. So, like, it's damaged enough to where I could go Arceus V-Star, attach the fighting, and then research. And then they just don't have anything. And they got a monstrous 9-card hand with B-Barrel. So let's just see what they do. They might just... Yeah, they just lost Impact. So then... I think we just clean up the game, because then we just have to boss. Yeah, so the knockout will happen here. Arceus V-Star will go there. There's an Ultra Ball, doesn't do anything for us. Attach, research, because we find access to Raihan, or a DTE. DTE, Luminion wins the game. So what we can do is we can Nest Ball. We have a lot of bad cards. We don't have access to Switch, so I don't really want to Nest Ball the Duraludon. I guess... I want to play down the Luminion and grab the boss. The biggest issue is... I don't want them to judge. And the judge could hurt. But then again, I don't want them to drop the Path, and then I can't use Luminion, and then I might be behind on a turn, and then they have boss on Gardevoir. So yeah, I'm just going to play the fish. Grab boss. Now, if they have judge, they have judge. And then Gmax Pulverization. Take the knockout here. And if they don't have a judge or Roxanne, which, if they had Roxanne, I think they would have played it. Yeah. So let's see. The point up the Arceus with the 2 energies, so they may have access to something. I know they probably have access to energy, so that they can take the knockout here. A V-Guard. They can't attack without Path. Oh, there's the Path. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Do they have Judge or Roxanne? Nope. So we just take the game. Cool. No disruption cards with 10 cards left in the deck. Yeah, so you can just see how powerful this deck is. Even if you, like, prize a little weird, it's still an Arceus deck, and Arceus is still pretty good. So we just promote the Arceus, attach here, boss up B-Barrel, and we just win the game. Yep. And my intuition was right. I was like, they might have Path, and then the Luminium play is just impossible. So yeah. We just Trinity Nova, boom, B-Barrel's gone. We don't have anything we can attach. So then that's just game. Easy that. Beat the deck that pretty much sucks for this deck, because they just take big knockouts. and do a ton of damage pretty quick and have path. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this deck's fun. Wow, that deck is fun, man. I thank everyone for watching. Please subscribe and like for more content. If you would like to see more decks from EUIC or any of the future events, please drop it in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to it as fast as I can. Until then, see everyone later.